Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where on this episode we have news from Retrobit on a new HDMI adapter coming for the Nintendo GameCube. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Gary here for Rock Solid Productions. Before we get diving into today's episode, I just want to take a second and say thank you for coming by, checking out our video, and supporting the channel. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see here, I invite you to check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel, including videos on GameCube accessories, controllers, and a whole lot more, and a separate Retrobit playlist. And if you really like what you see here, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification, which I'll have right about here. There you go. That way you stay up to date with everything that we have going on here with the channel. And what I want to know from you here today, do you still have a GameCube? And how do you have it connected? There are a lot of different ways to do it today, and it's just wonderful that this great system still gets so much love. So we don't have CES going on in 2021 because of coronavirus, but that doesn't mean that manufacturers aren't still making cool gear. And the folks over at Retrobit have sent me a press release on this guy here. This is the Prism GameCube adapter, which will allow you to go ahead and get an HDMI output directly out of your system. Most systems. So there is a caveat here. You do need to have on the back of your GameCube, and I'll show you a close-up here, you need to have both of these ports on the back. One is an analog output, that is your typical connector type that we've seen on the Super NES, the N64, and the GameCube. The key here is you need to have this digital output. This is originally what the component video cables plugged into, and that's what the other HDMI adapters plug into, and also the Prism. This is really, it's not something that we haven't seen before, but it is something that we haven't seen from Retrobit before, and it is something that does have a few unique features on it. One of the biggest that I want to point out right here is this. It has a USB-C data port. Why is that important? Well, while the methodology to get an HDMI output from the GameCube has been around for a few years now, there are still firmware updates to add new features and accessories. On other adapters, you either can't update them or you have to crack it open, and there's really kind of a, I don't want to say it's convoluted, but there's a lot of wiring that goes into being able to do a firmware update. This is a simple USB-C data port that anyone will be able to use and operate, and that is really a wonderful feature to see. You do have a universal remote sync button, so you can use your own IR remote, and here's another look at the dongle itself. It does come with its own remote too, so that is nice to get you through the menus. You can go ahead, and it does have scan lines available, plug and play setup. It has that IR remote and a fully customizable on-screen display. Now the connector here, it does plug into the digital output like I mentioned. Looks like it's a metal connector going into the system versus a molded connector. That should mean great durability and usability for year after year after year. Closer look at the remote here too, where you have an A/B button, up, down, left, right. Pretty simple. Very similar to what I have for one of my capture cards, quite honestly. Just another look at the remote. The back of the box. Harness the full potential of your GameCube by tapping into the digital AV out ports on most consoles. Many, I wouldn't say most. Previously only used with rarely available component cables, this adapter provides the best quality visuals by using the open source GC Video 3.0. So it is using GC Video standards to go ahead and provide the interface and everything. Compatible with the GameCube, as long again as it has the digital output on it. Customizable on-screen display, scan filters, IR remote included, plug and play setup. Compatible, and I'm glad they spelled this out here, it's the model DOL-001. Now, for those of you in PAL territories, TBD. This will definitely work with the Japanese and the US consoles, but as far as PAL, not quite sure yet. Look at the front of the box as well. I will have a link down below in a pinned comment to where the information will be available through CastlemaniaGames.com. Ryan will have these available. Is this something that you'd be interested in? Have you picked up an HDMI adapter? Have you been thinking about it? And this helps get you over that hump where you can actually go ahead and pick one up. Now, one other unique thing, or not really unique, but nice thing about this style dongle is the fact that it does not block the analog output. So say that you are using a gaming monitor to play your GameCube on. that doesn't have built-in speakers. This you can tap into the analog output on the back of your GameCube and go to a sound bar or any other device to be able to still get sound out of it. That is one nice thing about this setup on here. If you do have any more comments or questions, as always, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. We will update and provide updates as we have more information on this. So I do have confirmation from Retrobit that we will be receiving one of these, which is exciting to see. I always love testing these types of adapters out regardless of system. So look for a full-blown review on this in the coming weeks. I don't have an exact launch date as of yet, but the fact that they are also already working with Castlemania Games to get their product pages and everything up, I will bet that we will see this within the next 60 days. So I would say in the first half of 2021, pretty safe bet on here. If you've got any other comments or questions, if you have games you want me to test out when we do the review on this, I'm sure that I'm going to do things like Smash Brothers and Luigi's Mansion and other popular titles, and I will also test it out with the Game Boy player and my Spice Orange Japanese Nintendo GameCube as well. You can leave those requests down below in the comment section. You can also go ahead and email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Twitter at Rocksolid Studios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. If you haven't done so yet, head on over to CastlemaniaGames.com and sign up for his email newsletter. I am sure that he will send out information when these start to ship or as they're getting closer to ship. The cool thing too, go over, set up an account at CastlemaniaGames.com. With every purchase, you earn what's called Castle Cash. It's his rewards program. The more you spend, the more you earn towards future purchases, and it's just like cash. There's no limitations or anything as far as what you can and cannot use it on. Now, you can use promo code ROCKSOLID10 to save 10% off of most items on the website. I'm betting this one here probably not going to be eligible for that, but if you need, say you need new GameCube controllers, you need that analog output cable, other accessories for the GameCube and modern and retro gaming accessories, he's got those over there. He's even got first-party games now for the Switch, for the Xbox One, and for the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X coming soon, if not up there by the time that you see this. I hate Microsoft's naming structure, so I am pretty excited for the Prism to come on out. Again, more options in the gaming arena are always a good thing. My name is Gary. This has been Rock Solid Productions and our first look at the Prism HDMI adapter coming from Retrobit for the Nintendo GameCube. And if you want to see more information on the GameCube and additional videos, those are coming up right now. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.